does put 20 points on the board, though. Kathy Yardley coming to the board, looking for some 16s, trying to retake that point lead. And she's going to do just that. A big last triple for 80 points scored and a 37-point lead over Misty.
Misty straight into that 20, though.
Just as a reminder to everyone, these are both king seat matches. We have 2 men there in the bottom right, 2 women in the top left, battling out for their respective qualifiers. So format in both of these is first to 5, all cricket. And Kathy right back in that triple 16. She has been relentless on the 16.
Yeah, she finally gets a whack at that 20. Misty, though, still with the major toy there, the 20. Smooth stroking those first 2 in there. Going to go down to that 16. Oh, and does find a single. Still throwing it doubles. But again, misses inside, so no harm, no foul. Oh, but Kathy again with a pile of 16s to take a 1-point lead. See a puff of the cheeks of Misty as if to say, what in the world? Go away. Does end up hitting that double.
So we see there in the men's side, they have corked. Nate Borland has earned the right to start against Brandon Neal. We'll do our best to keep following both of these.
Oh, and some errant darts there from Misty. Unable to take advantage of that X on the 17. Kathy certainly going to take. Oh, Misty really needs a triple 20 here. Only finds a single. So Kathy going to have 2 darts at that 17. That will take the point lead if she scores even singles, and then has a chance to take that 20 away if she wants it. Oh, but she's not going to get that point lead. I think we'll see her stay down there. She does with the last dart. But Misty with, again, a chance to hang on to that 20. Misty kind of flailing again at the end of this leg.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a lack of concentration or focus, where she kind of builds a lead and then gets comfortable and doesn't over-exaggerate the follow-through as much, and then she tends to find her way towards the end of the match once again.
And not to take anything away from Kathy, because Kathy has kept the pressure on her. Each time they've gone to the 16s and into the 17s. But it just felt like Misty was putting more pressure on herself than maybe was necessary for the situation.
Yeah, Kathy's been very consistent, and Kathy knows what works well for her. It's funny, the 2 players both throwing right now are from, while they don't live in the same town currently, they're both from Centralia, Illinois. So great representation for that city. Both Nate Borland and Kathy Yardley from there.
Misty's taking a step back here after an errant dart at that 20. Does end up finding a single, though, after closing that 17. Kathy, though, only closing that 15. So again, with a 63-point lead. Misty pulling the ripcord again after the first dart to go up there and score some more points.
So a prime example in the Misty and Kathy match where the player going first has such an advantage that although it's a very small margin, look how far down Kathy is, although she's outshooting Misty. Because of that 20 advantage that Misty has taken so well. I mean, we see she scored 660 total points on the 20 alone.
Yep, she's definitely taking care of her baby. Kathy that now going to have to do it all on the bullseye to come back here.
She's going to come up empty-handed.
I have not been watching it, but the round limit is at 19.
It's virtually impossible for Misty to lose this match. Kathy would have to have 5 or 6 bulls on both of these turns, and that's assuming Misty doesn't finish the game right here. But yes, Misty has every opportunity to just walk up there and throw some 20s and know that this match is over. But she's going to try to finish it right now. At the very least, the next turn, she'll only need 1 bullseye.
Yeah, with her opponent not even having any bullseyes to start.
Strategy does come into play here, though. Because Kathy has hit some bullseyes on this turn. Now, Misty can throw 1 bullseye for the win, or she can opt to go for the 20 and ensure that she wins it. I'm guessing she'll just try to finish it with 1 bullseye. Otherwise, if she does miss all 3 20s would have won it. But Misty, no bother, puts it in. First dart. And we see Nate with a commanding lead there on the men's side, averaging 5.14. Brandon, a slow and methodical player when we watched him play Johnny Lackey earlier. Looked like he threw those 3 very fast.
Yeah, may have been a leg concession there from Brandon. Nate shutting that thing down. That is the first leg in the men's qualifier down there. So Nate Borland is up 1-0. And in the ladies match, we have 3-0 advantage Misty.
3-1.
3-1.
Kathy winning that third leg. Hence the reason Misty went first in the last one. So Kathy gets to go first in this one. It is loser starts format. So Brandon will have the start here on the men's side. And Kathy firing in a triple 19 and a triple 20 to take control in this leg from Kathy after Kathy only started with 3 20s.
And again, we see an early lead for Misty. May start to wear on Kathy. She only comes away with 118. Misty electing to go down, grabs another 76 points. Misty again with a clear shot if she wants it at that 18, and it goes in straight away. She's going to come back down for some points.
Misty cruising right along with a 5.0 average.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about the way Misty plays. I'm all about scoring points. We've talked about it multiple times, but it's almost like she scores in spots where it would almost be more advantageous to try to shut down the next number.
Yeah, but for a lot of players, points is comfort. And there's a lot less thinking or pressure when you throw at score. So maybe it's just a matter of getting comfortable, and then she can throw at the other numbers. And we see on the men's side, they're both averaging a 7.0 here early on. Great darts by them. And Kathy once again into her favorite, the 16s, with a big 7 mark to retake a 31-point lead. She's not out of this leg by any means.
Misty definitely throwing at that 19. Oh, leaves it out there. But did you see she didn't quite have that arm extended when even over exaggerating like that. And you see her doing that practice throw.
Wasn't quite a full 180 degrees. So Kathy back into the 16 with another 4 mark. I tell you what, if I need to close the 16s, I'm pulling in the old righty. Give me Kathy.
Yeah. Kathy is definitely good on the corner. Misty throwing at that 19, trying to reel these points back. Nate Borland averaging a 6.0 and is getting demolished over there on the guy's side.
Well, he does have 2 numbers. So Kathy there coming up with the close on the 19s. Firmly shifting control of this leg. But the better number, the 17, is still available.
See Brandon stepping up there with a chance to close both those numbers.
And Kathy here, I question the strategy. With an X on the 17s, up by 38 points, or excuse me, 38 points, she decides to go for the 16 still, rather than taking the X away from Misty.
Misty's going to make her pay. Just how much, we don't know. She does end up taking that point lead, so Kathy must go back to that 16 eventually now. Straight into the triple. You may see her throw one over there. Nope, she stays solid on that 16. She knows where her darts like to go.
So Misty now needing to score on the 17. She does get a double 17 lucky dart on that first one when she dropped it, but only coming away with 3, a 1-point advantage.
On her favorite number, Kathy only walking away from the board with a single mark.
First time we've really seen her not put in a triple on that 16. It was starting to become kind of unreal. Oh, and you see there in the background on the ladies' side, Nate Borland coming all the way over to tell Kathy, come on, let's go. So I mentioned it earlier, these two from the same hometown. That's pretty awesome to see him, even though he's involved in a serious match on his side. He knows that Kathy's reeling a little bit, had a bad turn. She's down in the match, and he's come over and trying to pump her up.
And embroiled in a match himself.
Yeah.
Brandon Neal hitting, I believe, the second or third 9 mark of that leg over there.
Yeah, before that shot by Nate, both players were averaging a 5.0.
Oh, Kathy shutting down the 17s with 2 darts and then tripping that 16. Excellent shot by her. Takes the point lead, shuts down Misty's number. She's going to have to open up that 15. Goes ahead and takes that away. Oh, but doesn't come away with any 15s. Kathy Yardley stepping up here with an opportunity to close that 15. Perhaps even take some more points and have a real healthy lead heading into that bullseye.
And on board 2 there, we see Brandon Neal take leg 2 to tie that match up at 1-all. So Misty now trailing by 42 points. Is going to step up and try to get that back on the 15.
2 triples here.
Oh, now needs a triple just to make sure Kathy doesn't score on it. And that's exactly what she does.
Yeah, it's a huge last there from Misty. Because it makes Kathy waste the dart over at that 15 to take it away. But she does only need 2 darts to close that bullseye. Oh, but she slides just outside. Really wants to come away with at least 1, but she's not going to. So Misty now needing 5 bullseyes to win this leg. Oh, you saw she knew as soon as she let that one go. Finds another one.
But because Kathy didn't hit any bullseyes on her last turn, we're in a very similar position that we were the last time. Misty might be able to hucklebuck this leg again on the bullseye.
Kathy with 1 dart left, needing that double.
Oh, and just outside of the double into the single. So now Misty walking to the board, looking down 3 bullseyes to steal this and a 4-1 lead.
Ask people on the mic what they think of the 2 songs. I want to know.
You in the chat?
Our IT producer guy wants us to ask you guys what you think of the split screens here. Do you like being able to see both of these boards? You can shoot us a message here in the chat.
And is it confusing that we try to commentate both matches simultaneously? But real quick, just to follow the action, Kathy does finish that game after Missy only hit 2, needing 3. So that match is at 3-2. Missy leads Kathy. But Misty will have the start in Game 6.
So again, Misty riding that wave of winning those first 2 legs. So Kathy going to have to win one from behind or from going second in order to win this match. If this continues to go with throw, it will be Misty moving on to the finals.
Thanks for your input, guys. I'm glad that you like this. When we first found out that we could do this, because the reason we wanted to go to the split screen rather than having 2 boards for you guys to choose which one you watch is because we wanted to also commentate on both. So the fact that we now can commentate both matches and you guys still get all the action from both, we're glad that you like this.
Kathy definitely putting her best foot forward there, trying to win this leg from behind or from going second, and puts in a big 9 mark on the 19s after a 5 mark from Misty to start.
Yeah, Kathy opening up with a 9 mark for the second time in this match. Earlier, one of the legs she opened with a 9 mark and lost that leg.
I tell you what, Misty does a good job, reels those points back, so back basically on level peggings.
And just real quick on the men's side, we see both players seem to be struggling compared to where they were earlier. But Nate does have a commanding lead in this leg, averaging a full 1.2 marks higher than Brandon. So Brandon not playing to the form that we saw against Johnny Lackey.
Misty doing a good job of protecting that 20. At least getting the point lead back. Kathy Yardley averaging 6.5 in this leg. Really doing the work here to try to win this king seat match. Misty staying steady on that 20. And the way Kathy's hitting that 19, we'll see her stay there, and she does.
Oh, and here comes Kathy once again. Oh, but 3 triples, only one of them counts. So Misty battling her way back once again after Kathy opens with a 9 mark to take the lead in a leg.
I find that it's an odd spot there for Misty to finally take a shot at it. Just compared to some of the spots she's been in before.
It's true. She has opted for points first on most every shot. There she was looking for the close, but quickly gave up once she missed. She went right back to her old reliable.
Yeah, and Kathy doing the work. Another 5 mark.
And we see here on board 2, Nate Borland with a commanding lead in another leg to once again go ahead by 1. He'll need a hat trick to finish this leg off. First start's a single bowl. Second dart bounces out into the 19. I think he's a little disappointed with that, considering it hit the dart that's high on the bullseye. And the third dart just a single, so Brandon will have to come to the board and throw 3 more darts. If I were him, I may throw all 3 of these at the 20 just to warm up for the next game.
Well, we saw him throw at the 20 there on the last turn. Anyways, he's gonna do the right thing. Throw at the bullseye.
Well, double bull now gets the point lead though. Not gonna happen. So Nate once again coming to the board, looking for a bullseye to win this leg and take a 2-1 advantage.
We do appreciate everyone's feedback in the chat. We do try to accommodate as much as possible. We want this obviously to be as much fun for you guys to view as it is for us to sit here and talk about it. So anytime you have any suggestions, volume, matches, obviously the matches are a little bit tougher for us to plan, but we try to bring you as many board finals as we can. And we take our eyes off the women's match for a second, and Misty is again pulled away, taking a pretty commanding lead though. Kathy only coming away with a single 18. Tough to guess where Misty is, or where she thinks she is with the points. She does take a whack at that 18. She'll probably pull the ripcord back to that 20. Oh, and misses the last one there. Kathy needing at least 2 triples to take the point lead. A little bit of an errant shot there on the 18.
And Nate, with an opportunity to punish Brandon's miss on the first turn, only goes 120. So Brandon let off big time in this leg after opening with just 2 marks.
We got some struggle going on there from Misty to try to shut down that 18 and send Kathy down to her 16. We know that's where she's headed. after that's closed. But again, only coming away with one mark.
So Misty now gonna look to take away that 18 once again, throwing it to double, lands into the 4. Single 18 with the second dart, and a single 18 with the third. So she does manage to take away that 18.
Yeah, 67-point lead for Misty. Kathy, though, over to her baby, the 16. Don't count this one out. There it is, the triple 16.
I mean, did you honestly have any doubt
I didn't.
that Kathy was going to miss a 16?
I would have put a large sum of money that a triple 16 was coming in there. The law of averages was not going to let me down there.
Yeah, I think we've only seen one time where she's thrown at the 16 and didn't hit a triple.
Oh, but Misty's sick of Kathy hitting those 16s. Takes a whack over there in a precarious spot.
Yeah, she may be thinking like we're thinking, that she can't leave that 16 for her. Oh, and we put the commentator's jinx on her, and she only comes away with 2 16s.
Misty, though, back in her groove, chucking them up there at the 20, comes away with 80 points and a good shot on that 16. The only thing I don't like about that single 16 is that means I have to watch her throw at a double 16 here soon.
It's very true. The first dart she takes at the 16 will be for the double.
Oh, and
we shouldn't have talked about it.
we're done talking
Kathy,
about
I
Kathy.
apologize. You go back to hitting your 16s the way you were. And there's that dart at the single or the double 16. Comes away with a single. Follows it with another. Now looking up at that 20 and finds a triple. So a commanding lead in this leg for Misty.
Yeah, the first time we haven't gotten a real big fight back out of Kathy on those 16s. But she does still have the 17, which is even larger. And honestly, she hasn't hit that one poorly. I'm surprised, as well as she has hit that 17, that the 16 is the skip.
Misty going to look to shut down the 17. Manages to do so with a single and a double. And then puts 20 more points on the board. So very consistent with that close and then score mentality. Oh, and Kathy deciding she's going to go for the other corner. The 15's just as nice to her. Puts a 7 mark in, pulls back within 54 points. But if Misty can manage to close this 15, she'll take a sizable lead into the bullseyes. And once again, single double for the close. My partner here is losing his mind on the doubles, the amount of doubles shot this weekend.
Kathy looks to be closing that bullseye the way those first two went in.
Oh,
again, slides just to the right into the 13. So Misty here with an opportunity to shut this leg down. Now a single double here wouldn't quite offend me as much.
Or a double. If you're going to throw doubles, make them bullseyes.
She does shoot up at that 20. Forcing Kathy, well, that's all Kathy can do is hit the bullseyes to try to score some points here.
We see a big shot coming in here from Nate Borland on the other side, retaking that point lead and shutting down Brandon's 18. So Misty now looking down the bullseye. Gonna want 3 of them. Misses the first dart. And the second. Her MO's been to score. And that's exactly what she does, taking away the 3 dart out.
Brandon Neal with a big shot of his own.
Yeah, interesting strategy here, taking the number. I like it. So Nate, up by 27 points, will most likely elect to go 15s. Kathy trying to mount her comeback on the bullseye.
Does reel back 25 points. So again, Misty eventually going to have to close these bullseyes. Well, actually, that's not true. With the round limit, she could just score. There's the double bull, though. Probably smooth stroke another one in there. There you have it. Misty taking a 4-2 lead here in the final of the women's AM qualifier. This is for the king seat.
And Nate on the other side only hitting 115 on that last turn. So Brandon Neal, a huge opportunity here to take this leg and tie it up at 2-2. Or at least take control of this leg to try to tie it up for 2-2.
Now, what do you think of that shot? Would you have won at that 15?
I would have tried to take the 15. Because 5 marks on the 15, which is what I expect to hit, is 5 marks or more. I know that 5 marks on the 15 takes the number and the point lead. And we see Nate punishing with a huge shot, 4-15, switches over the 16 and takes that away. So Nate, just like that, rather than being down by a mile, is ahead in this leg. But Brandon left with a bit of opportunity here, as he does have a 3-dart out.
And Kathy with the start, only coming away from the board with 2. And Misty straight into that triple. Oh, and a great shot from Brandon, but needs Nate to miss in order to win this leg.
Yeah, he would have really liked to hit the triple 15 with that first dart. Having to waste 2 of them, that double bull could be useless on this shot if Nate hits 3 bulls. Needs a double now. 3rd dart coming in. It's only a single. So Brandon, 2 bullseyes to tie us up at 2-all in this king seat match.
So a lot of heroics in this leg from both players. All to culminate with 2 bullseyes here for Brandon Neal. And he's straight into that double. So again, the men's match down there is 2-2. Nate Borland will be starting the next leg.
And our women's match up top, Misty is throwing for the victory here. Kathy just trying to stay alive as she is losing 4-2 in a race to 5, all cricket.
Oh, and Misty just on the other side of the wire on that 20 into the 5, so only going to come away with 20 points. And Kathy now with a great opportunity to close that 20 and then start running away with some 19s. Power closes the 20 with a triple. And just 2 19s. Kind of best case scenario for Misty, honestly, with what Kathy had the opportunity to do to her there.
Oh, but Misty going to be right into that 18, finding a triple with her first dart. But that's all she'll have. So Kathy kind of let off after that first.
And again, depending on how aggressive Kathy wants to play this, and she's just going to take it away.
I like that. Nice solid darts. You're up by a sizable amount. The only thing you can really do is miss and give Misty an opportunity.
I think this is the first time in this match we've actually seen them go in order.
Well, it's because Misty's the one going to the next number. Before, Misty has been leading most legs early on, and it's been Kathy who's opted for the 16 rather than the 17. But Kathy going to show that she can hit the 17s as well. Puts in 4 of them. So Misty now going to see if she can hit the 16s as well as Kathy has. Oh, and a double 7 with the first dart. Dropped it by mile. And actually, she's trying to close these numbers out. Or at least close the 19. I'm surprised after that she didn't close the 17 as well.
I think that was a frustration shot.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much she was into that shot. We look on the right side here. Brandon averaging a 6-0, going second. And he puts in a 9 mark on that shot. Oh, actually, my apologies. It was only a 7 mark. I thought the first start was a triple as well. but still taking commanding lead in this leg. Nate's going to have to battle back, and he does with a pile of 17s. So the action really picking up on both of these boards now. We have a 6.33 playing a 5.0.
Brandon really the gem of the day so far with his consistent play.
Yeah, absolutely. With somebody that we had no prior experience with, he's shown to be a very quality player.
Back up into the women's match. Misty here with the 16s to score on. Does hit a single with that first dart. She's going to want that triple. Oh, but only 48 points scored. So still a pretty big deficit and only a single 16 needed for Kathy to shut her down. Oh, and that's got to be
incredible.
Nerve-wracking for Kathy.
This is absolutely incredible. As much as Kathy has just pounded these 16s relentlessly throughout this match, she needs one single and comes away with nothing.
As much money as I would have made on Kathy hitting the triple in that shot before,
you would have lost all of it?
I would have lost all of it, plus maybe a little more on that shot.
Yeah, and Misty's going to be into the 16 with a triple on the last dart for 64 points scored to take the lead. I still favor Kathy here to get the point lead and close down that 16, but it's not going to be the sizable lead she would have had she hit it last time.
And Nate, you see him walk away from the board really frustrated, ripping those darts out of the board.
Yeah, struggling a bit this leg, only averaging 4 marks a turn, but Brandon with a 5.6 seems to be playing very well. And going second, it is a good win. It does take the lead 3-2, but it doesn't force Nate to have to win going second. And there, Misty with a big 5 mark, shutting down the 17 and taking the 15-plus points. So Kathy now looking at the bullseye. Only going to hit one. Thought it was going to be better than that after the first one was a bullseye.
Misty may be able to close out this leg right here with 3 bullseyes. There's the first. Ooh. Now I'd like to see her stay on that bullseye because a single 15 doesn't do anything.
I think she went double 15 to try to make sure that it did do something. And given the way she's thrown doubles today, I still doubt that strategy.
Don't say it. Okay. I see what you did there.
Oh, and Kathy with a big triple 15 on that last start to make sure that Misty doesn't throw any double 15s.
Yeah, took away her safety blanket there.
So 2 bulls for the victory in this match.
And as we look over, we took our eye off Nate Borland, able to wrestle away that point lead.
And Misty not going to finish this leg. So Kathy now coming back with a 3-dart out to stay alive in this king seat match. She's going to need 3 bullseyes. First dart's good. Second dart just outside. Needs a double bull. Not going to happen as she misses into the 14. So Misty now come to the board, needing just 2 bullseyes. 1 dart down the middle to give herself a long break before she has to play again and the right to be triple dipped. Misty needs 2 bullseyes. And the first 2's not going to be good. Needs a double bull now. Not going to hit it. So a blank there from Misty. This is interesting.
See the sarcastic celebration there by the guy in the Ninja Turtle shirt.
So Kathy now hitting a bullseye with the first and a double bull with the second. She's going to take this leg and bring it back to 4 legs to 3. Only 1 leg down.
But again, as we kept talking about, Misty winning the first 2 legs has put her in this position where she does get to start another leg.
And Nate Borland there with 3 bullseyes to take the point lead. However, Brandon Neal only needing 1 mark for score and 1 bullseye to win this leg and take a 3-2 advantage. He goes bullseye on the first dart and triple 19 to overscore it to take that 5th game and a 3-2 lead.
And there we see Brandon Neal winning 2 in a row. So again, Nate Borland now in the situation where he has to win 2 legs, and they're going to take a break.
Nate going to feel free to kick the camera as he walks off.
Did he?
And Misty, with her start, only comes away from the board with 2 20s. So Kathy definitely going to want to punish that, and she's going to with a 5 mark.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Again, Misty Chicken walking down the board with 2 X's. Kathy punishes again with another big triple.
So Misty now reeling in this leg. This is an important one. If Misty does manage to lose this leg, we're going to cork up for a decider.
Yeah, she loses the advantage that she won by winning those first 2 legs.
You got to give Kathy a lot of credit in this match. She's been trailing in almost every leg and has fought and fought and fought to steal the one she's gotten to make sure that she's still in this match.
Yeah, this is potentially the first one we've seen wire to wire. Who's jumped out to the lead to just run down the board and win. Missy really needs to find that triple. Stops the chicken walk of the X's down the board.
See, I like to think of that as a game of bowling, and I'm doing really well.
And here we see Kathy flip over to the 15s. And Misty doing the right thing, chasing that X, making sure that she's the one that scores on there.
Because she has all those X's, if she does manage to take a point lead, she'll be able to pick these numbers off with relative ease.
Yeah, this could get interesting coming down to the end.
Kathy not going to try to give her the opportunity. Oh, but right into the 777 with that third dart.
While the men are on a break, we're going to go full screen here and concentrate on what could be the last, or honestly, what looks to be the penultimate leg here in this Women's Sunday AM final.
Well, don't count Misty out yet as she puts in a pile and a half.
It's Monday.
Oh, shit.
Kathy doing the work on the 20 there. And here we see where where those X's might come into play.
Oh,
very loose dart there.
so Kathy now still has plenty of numbers to score on. Gonna look to retake the lead. Does with 3 single 20s. But Misty has battled her way back into this game on the 16s. How crazy would this be if Misty does to Kathy what Kathy's done to her so many times?
Yeah, I don't know if ironic is the word, but it would definitely be interesting if Misty ends up mounting her comeback on the 16s.
And we do see the men getting back underway. It is a 3-2 match. Advantage Brandon Neal. So Misty now still staring down that 16. Finds a triple with her second dart. And a triple with her third. So prime position here. Now if Kathy doesn't put in a 5 mark, all Misty will need is 3 singles to shut down every number except for bullseyes. But Kathy not going to go away without fighting. First darts are triple 20, followed by a single 20, and then another single 20.
And you saw Misty trying to put the voodoo on that last dart, throwing her arm out.
The old witchy get out of there. Oh, but she's going to shut down the 20 and the 19.
Oh, I don't like that. She was on a roll. She knew what she wanted to do, and she pulls the ripcord here.
I think she made an impulse decision to shut down that 20, and now she's coming to her senses, but misses the third dart. I wouldn't have liked her shutting those down by 9 points. But I do like getting Kathy off of the 20. Oh, and she's going to go for that 16, try to shut her down. Single coming in, not going to happen. So a big opportunity for Misty now.
Yeah, that gamble really paid off. We see that 18 come in, and now a single 16 is going to show her having the lead going into the bullseyes. But honestly, she had this last time, and Kathy ended up hitting enough, plugging away, and taking that back. And Brandon Neal, again, averaging 6 marks a turn down there against Nate Borland.
And Kathy with a great shot there. Double bull first dart. Takes away that 16 with her third. So we now have a game. Misty needing 3 bulls to win the game and match. If she doesn't do it, Kathy's only going to need 2 to send us to a decider. Double bull now needed for Misty. Not going to happen. So 2 bulls to 2 bulls. Can Kathy do it? 1 in the center, Kathy. What do you got? She does find half of it with the second dart. Oh, third dart thrown away. She knew it.
She was definitely a little gitchy on that last one. Misty still only needing 2 bullseyes, has not been very consistent on this number. But as the opponent, it's always so frustrating because with 1 bullseye and only needing 2, you're always in there until that last dart is thrown and she's just outside.
So Kathy now needing 1 bull. Send this into a decider. Oh, I'm sorry, 2 bulls. My apologies.
Oh, and that first dart.
Or no, she does need 1. That first one's not in. Okay. I thought for sure that first dart was in.
Oh, and again, she gets gitchy. So here we see Misty Brugger tap the table with her best opportunity so far, only needing a single bullseye to bring this home. She steps up there, gives the phantom throw, and I have a feeling she's going to smooth stroke this right into the 19. I called it.
I have a feeling the second dart's dead nuts.
There it is.
And there it is.
Great shot. Great match between these two ladies. Kathy Yardley is not out of this. She only moves into the loser's bracket, where she will await the winner of the loser's bracket to potentially come back and play Misty again. And we're going to go full screen on the men down here, where Brandon Neal continues to just rampage this final on the men's side. And Nate Borland chucking darts away. Very frustrated.
So Brandon now commanding lead, needing 2 bullseyes. Not going to do it with either of the first 2. Not that it's going to matter much.
Ooh,
just hurting the average. That's all he's doing.
Nothing hurt but the average.
Maybe the ego. And this is for that important two-game lead for Brandon. So Nate will be in a world of hurt if he loses this leg, and it's looking pretty inevitable at this point.
Yes, this will be the second leg on the spin that Brandon will win going second.
Oh, going second, yeah. Yeah, 3 in a row for Brandon after Nate was up 2-1.
Oh, and Brandon just smiling off all these misses. And
I think he's just punishing Nate.
He's another likes to watch the fish flop on the deck.
Yeah, he's just wounding him.
Nate would love for this leg to be over
Yep.
and just get back to the start. Nate definitely frustrated with the placement of that first dart.
Take the other two, and if he gives you another opportunity.
Nate definitely doing the same math. And Brandon, finally, after 2 blanks, see the puff of the cheeks and the wide eyes.
Yeah, his averages in 2 turns has went from a 6.0 to a 4.63.
And there we see him put in the 2 bullseyes. Brandon shaking it off. Now takes a commanding lead in this final, 4-2. Nate Borland finally going to try to hold on to his throw, or this match will be over. Brandon stepping up here to open his campaign, and he is wasting no time with a big 9 mark to start. Nate just cannot believe what's happening to him right now. Can read it on his face. He's going to stay in there plugging away and fighting.
Well, and this is a symptom of Brandon being comfortable now. He controls a 4-2 lead and knows that he's in prime position to win this match and the king seat.
Brandon straight back into that triple. You see him gritting his teeth after missing just 1 dart. Ends up missing into the single on the last as well. But he is up for this fight. Nate staying steady. Tell he is throwing each one of those darts with a little extra sauce, trying to stay in front of Brandon.
Yeah, Nate's well aware of where he's at in this match and knows that he needs to run 3 on the trot to win. Brandon, not going to make it easy.
Playing aggressive, and being up 4-2, going second, that's not a bad place to do it. All of those things play into the mindset of shot selection. And again, we keep saying it, not very familiar with Brandon Neal, but he seems to have all of the equipment, mentally and physically, to play at a very high level in this game. So DJ's run out of the booth to go make sure that those ladies know that that match is over and Misty did win. And Brandon, again, doing a great job of keeping Nate at arm's length. Nate going to be frustrated. He's not quite playing at where we know he can. But I think a lot of that is a forced error by the play that Brandon's putting forward here. So Brandon now steps up with a great opportunity. He's been hitting that 19 very well to put in 57 points. Nate leaning on the camera. We appreciate that. That sent the producer out of the room quite quickly. Brandon has continued to hit that 19 well, and I think we're going to see it shot in. Oh, and he opts for more points. You know, I really like that shot in that position. Only a triple would have done anything. A single 17 would have given him some more points, but a single 16 wouldn't have done much for him. Nate loading up that 16, getting that point lead back. But again, with the points that Brandon keeps putting up and what Nate has to score on, that difference is going to keep widening back and forth. So Brandon Neal playing at his own pace here. Takes care of that 16 and then 2 19s. He knows that wasn't quite enough to put this match away. Nate closing that 15 and 45 points. Brandon Neal going to step up here, try to do work on that 19 like he's done the entire time. Looks like he's doing a little mental math, figuring out where he's going to be.
So Kathy just won that right, but I told her 5 and she said she was running out of time.
2 trip 19s and over to the 15. Leaves it hang. Not quite as pretty that time from Brandon Neal, but the 114 damage done. Ooh, a bit of a balk there from Nate Borland, realizing the size of this shot. Oh, and a single 2 on his last 2 darts. Brandon Neal able to close down that 15. So he's going to have a 70-point lead headed into bullseyes. That only translates into being up by 3. Nate putting in 4 bulls now. Again, doing a little mental math here. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him maybe take a shot at points, although I think bullseye is the way to go here, because you do have an opportunity to miss out. And there's that double bull, and there's another double bull, and your winner in the AM qualifier of the King seat is Brandon Neal. Nate Borland relegated down to the first one-loss bracket, and we'll see if he can come back to avenge his defeat by Brandon Neal.